Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Thursday, April the 2nd. So I'm back again, and we're going to talk candy today because Easter's right on Sunday. But before I do, happy Passover, happy early Easter to everybody there. Did you hear about this candy news? We're going to talk Phillies baseball too, by the way. Did you hear? First of all, Hershey's, God bless them, they're going back to the original chocolate in a Reese's peanut butter cup. They've been cutting corners. I mean, everybody's doing it. Tasty Cake is doing it, God forbid. But Hershey's got caught with their pants. The grandson of the Mr. Reese's peanut butter cups, Mr. Reese himself, grandson says, nah, these the peanut butter cups, they don't taste the same as they used to. Now, Hershey said, Hershey's the one who's making them now, distributing it. Well, we make our peanut butter cups the same with chocolate, but they're cutting corners. Like your little Hershey Easter eggs that you get, maybe you got this year with the peanut butter inside. Hershey has not been putting as much chocolate in there. They've been substituting other crap in it instead. And none other than the grandson of Mr. Reese himself got a hold of some, started eating them, and said, whoa, wait a minute here. Hold on. My grandfather didn't intend to put some shitty peanut butter products out there. You use the real stuff. What the hell's wrong with you? You're making enough money. Use the real stuff. Chocolate. So there was this big campaign recently. I saw the guy on Good Morning America and Mr. Reese's grandson, and big deal. So what happens is this. Hershey comes out with an announcement yesterday saying, oh, we're sorry, we're going to do it. Everything next year. So right now, you might get a bogus peanut butter cup. Who knows? But next year, they're going to start making everything Reese's peanut butter from the real thing, chocolate. So, see, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, doesn't it? You bitch enough, and things happen. Speaking of peanut butter, today is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Now, when I was a kid, I liked it, but I wasn't super crazy about it. I remember my mom used to make it for lunch for me sometimes and put in wax paper. Remember wax paper? And wrap it up there and put it in your little Flintstone lunchbox there. And it was good. But I had a cardinal rule. Well, number one, for all my sandwiches, you got to cut the crust off of them. Got to cut the crust. And that's my mom said. That's why you don't have to throw it out. I don't want the crust. Take it off. So no crust. That was rule number one. Rule number two is always don't mix the peanut butter with jelly together. I don't like any kind of food that's touching each other. But on Thanksgiving, whenever you got all this food, turkey, dressing, gravy, and corn, and peas, cranberry sauce, and all kinds of stuff. And how people just slop it on the plate there, and everything's dripping into each other and touching. I don't like that. It's slop. So, I have divided plates. I know, I sound like a child, but I do. So here's the thing. The peanut butter and jelly, I never liked them touching each other. You put the peanut butter on there, then you put the jelly on top and put the bread over there. I didn't like that. So one, you cut the sandwich in half or quarters or diagonal. And one half has to be peanut butter, one half has to be jelly. That's the way it is. And And so I could never, ever, ever have it mixed together like that. Never. Now, one more candy item in the news before we move on. Uh, did you hear about this? 12 tons of Kit Kat bars have been stolen in Europe. 12 tons, not 12 bars, not 12 cartons or crates, 12 freaking tons of Kit Kat bars. Apparently, a factory in central Italy made the bars, shipped them via truck to Poland, and somewhere during that 800-mile trek, just somebody hijacked the truck at 12 tons, which comes out to roughly a little over 400,000 Kit Kat bars. That's a lot of candy. Oh my God. And these are special. These are in the figure of Formula One racers, because, racing like the Grand Prix is big in Europe. So maybe they were going to do some promotion or something. But you got over 400,000 of these little buggers floating around Europe somewhere. I guess, what are you doing? You sell them on the black market, I guess. Instead of selling a bar for like 50 cents, maybe charge $1. I don't know. Who does it? Who would hijack a truck full of Kit Kat bars? Now, I like Kit Kat bars. They're snappy, they crunch, and I like them. But who would steal it? A dentist? Who the heck would do that? So anyway, they got a thing now over in Europe. If you buy a Kit Kat bar, they have a little code on the back. It's an 8-digit code. And all you got to do is go to the website. Nestle makes the Kit Kat bars in Europe. Hershey makes them here in the States. So you just put the 8-digit code onto the site, and it'll give you instructions. It'll tell you whether you have one of the stolen Kit Kat bars or not, and what to do. Yeah. So they're pleading with people over in Europe, please help us. Oh, and because the story came out on April Fool's Day, April 1st, they had to put, this is not an April Fool's joke. This is a real story. Really, really, really. And so they're asking for the public's help to find the 12 freaking tons of Kit Kats. So there you go. But they may be like a collector's item before you know it, Maybe some will start to come across the Atlantic, and we'll get some of it. And I don't know, if I put the 8-digit code in there, will I give it back? I'm not giving it back. I'm eating it. Or saving it. You know how some of these people get Doritos that are shaped, or Cheetos that are shaped in odd shapes? Like, oh, look at this Dorito. It looks like Santa Claus. Oh, look, this one looks like a horse. And they get big money for it, And so maybe that's what I would do. I would get one of these stolen Kit Kat bars and save it. Put it in a plastic baggie, put it up on eBay, and try to sell the damn thing. So you can make some money out of it. All right, yeah. Sunday's Easter, of course. It's that time of the season. Go to church. I know some of the people only go to church Easter and Christmas. Well, this is your day. And you get all dressed up. Oh, there's the Easter song. Here comes Peter. Easter parade. The same guy. It's amazing that the same guy, Irving Berlin, who wrote White Christmas, God Bless America, also wrote Put on your Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it. I forgot the words in the Easter parade. Irving Berlin. What a songwriter, huh? I wish I could think of just one song to write like that. I've told you before, if you watch me, If you never want to work again, if you just want to relax and enjoy life, write yourself one classic Christmas song, just one, and you're set for life. Look at the Mariah Carey. She wrote that song that's All I Want for Christmas Is You. It gets annoying after a while. I play it constantly, constantly. That chick, or lady, picks up a cool $80 million every Christmas season. She gets a check, or maybe it's direct deposit, I don't know, in her bank account every year. 80 million goes right in there just because of that one song. That's how often it's played. That's how many royalties she gets. So what I'm saying to you is be like an Irving Berlin. Write at least one good song, maybe three. And can you imagine that? He wrote Christmas, White Christmas, Easter Parade, and God Bless America. Three classic songs. I would say he's got the money, but he's dead. Oh, anyway, so yeah, other than the Easter dinner, which we already have planned, ham, rolls, da 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 da. Oh, I was over at my favorite place yesterday. I got to the Collegeville Italian Bakery. Oh my God, it is such good stuff. There you can pick up anything that good to eat there. Of course, I'm going to be there 2 weeks on Saturday, April 18th. I'm going to be there promoting my memoir, Stronger Than Bone, from 12 to 3. Come out and say hello to me if you're in the area. Anyway, I was there yesterday to touch base with the great owner, Steve. And it's such a good place, you know? They have everything there that you want. And I tell you what, we got our Easter dessert there. They specialize in this dull pineapple whip. You can get it like as a pineapple cake, although it's a big cake. You get a lot of cake. You can get like floats and ice cream. We got ice cream sandwiches. So can you imagine this? You got the two sandwiches there, and then it's filled. It's like this thick, filled with pineapple Dole Whip, which is kind of like ice creamy kind of thing. Oh dear Lord. Oh, but I cannot wait. I might just skip the ham and all the stuff and go right for the dessert. That's what I'm thinking of doing. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So anyway, but the other thing is great Easter movies. Do you remember great Easter movies? All these biblical movies. Well, because I want to watch them this weekend. I miss seeing them. So they used to be on free TV all the time. You'd have your Ten Commandments, which is still on like around Christmas time, and then you'd have your Greatest Story Ever Told, with Matt Svancino, and then you'd have one of my favorites, The Road, with Richard Burton. Very intense. Those great when you Ben-Hur, over Ben-Hur, and you got that chariot race there. Ben-Hur was one of the favorite, not just Easter talk, favorite movies of the time. But there's a couple movies now I'm looking for this weekend. The Road with Richard Burton. I want to see that again. I haven't seen that for a long time. And then there's a movie we could get for free. Everybody's free. On the YouTube channel. It's called Jesus and Myths. And it was done by a great director, Franco Zeffirelli. And I tell you what, it was done in 77, so it's almost 50 years old. 4 nights, 4 parts. Yeah, this was back in the day when Roots had this series, all kinds of great pieces, North and the South, and Jesus and Rousing. I tell you what, the guy who played Jesus, Robert Penn, I don't know if it's still with him, but he played the most convincing Jesus I've ever seen. He's got those big blue eyes, and he's, oh my God. What an actor, huh? So, do yourself a favor. It's streaming all over the place. Like if you have Amazon Prime, you could get it there. You could get it anywhere. It's not on free TV anymore, but you can get it. But I understand that YouTube TV has it for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. You just bring it up there. All all four parts. I believe each part goes for like 2, 3 hours. So it's a long movie, but it's great. It's just great. They don't make them like they used to, huh? Huh? So I'm going to be planning on doing that. Watching a little bit of those Easter movies there. Yeah. All right. Let's talk Phillies, huh? I know it was last time I was on, I was bashing the Phillies. I kind of went a little overboard. Okay. But yeah, it's still early in the season. Phillies are 3-3. What a great dramatic comeback victory yesterday over those scraggly, sucky Washington Nationals. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if those Nationals lost 100 games this year. They are putrid. Phillies came back. They were down 5-1. Bryce Harper finally woke up to hit a home run in the 8th inning. And Phillies got 2 runs in the 9th to tie the game, 1 run in the 10th to win. And Mundo Sosa and Justin Crawford hit the game winner. He had 3 hits yesterday. I said the other day, I said, gotta play Justin Crawford every day. That's what they said during the offseason. The general manager said, we got to see what we have in Justin Crawford. He's 22 years old. He's done as much as he can in the minor leagues. Let's see what he's got. And we got to play him every day. I don't care if it's a left-hander pitching or whatever. He's got to play every day. Well, he did for the first 3 games. And then as soon as he struck out a little bit, the great manager himself, that zombie in the dugout, pulled him and put Brandon Marsh in there to play center field. Well, Brandon Marsh, God bless him, is a decent left fielder, but he can't play center field worth a damn. He can't do it. Justin Crawford hits left-handed pitching. Why not play him, right? I mean, unless you don't want to run the guy in the ground. But the season just started. He's only 22 years old. Don't play him 3 games and then pull him and bench him. Let him play. Stop with the analytics. Like, he can't play. It's a left-handed. No, let him play. See what you got in the kid. Okay? Well, turned out that I was a prophet. Just like Nostradamus, like usual. The kid came out yesterday, 3 hits, clean game. Phillies are 3-3. They're going west, young man, to go west. They're playing in Colorado this weekend, which Colorado is no great chase there. Phillies should take 2 out of 3 out there, hit a bunch of home runs. Then you go to San Francisco, and San Francisco is not that good either. The thing about San Francisco is beautiful ballpark. Oh my God. But their ballpark right there on the bay, Oracle Park, has been like a house of horrors to the Phillies. Like the last 16 years, or the last 16 times the Phillies been out there, they've won like maybe 3 games, 3 out of 16. It's not a kind place to Phillies. Although they did take the series last year. So anything can happen out there, but you would expect that the Phillies would be able to at least take 2 out of 3 there. So coming back home again, which they'll be back next week, Phillies should be above the 500, above 3-3. So there's positive feelings, vibes is like the key word nowadays, along with elite. Positive vibes on the horizon. And I love the fact that these 2 rookies, Crawford and Andrew Painter, how about him the other? Yeah, 8 strikeouts. Look good. They look really good. It gives an old guy like me hope for the future, because I still plan on being around another maybe 6 weeks. No, for a while anyway. And when I'm 98 years old, I want to see good baseball out of the Phillies. I want to see the next generation turn the page. We're going to get away from the Bryce Harpers and the old guys, Zach Wheelers, and those old guys. Start turning the page. So naturally, what the Phillies teams, I'm just saying. Last thing, now we've heard all this thing about Jalen Hurts, haven't we? Now there's an article out that Jalen Hurts apparently is struggled in the locker room, some of the Eagle players, because apparently Jalen Hurts doesn't listen to coaches, maybe they're too stubborn, and there's sort of like some friction in the clubhouse there. So I don't know. I don't know. He took us to the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say. You know, and as long as the owner who spoke yesterday is the Jalen Hurts fan, which it sounds like he is, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be here. But never underestimate how he rose to him. He can do everything. This guy. When you're doubting Howie, he pulls something out of his butt, like a trade or something, and then you have faith in him. And Howie we trust. And so you never know. You know, this is the same guy who traded Carson Wentz back when took it out and drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round. So what do you think can happen? Well, I think if Howie knows he's going to get both of the players' draft picks back for Jalen Hurts, he might consider it. Because he still does have Tanner Key as the backup. So you just got to hold your breath, especially now draft time. And we're coming up to the draft in 3 weeks. With Howie, anything's possible. And Jeffrey Lloyd, the esteemed owner of the Eagles, he talked about the possibility, well, when the Eagles getting a new stadium. And he said, well, you know, we can either renovate, make it financial food when they play now, or we can look into getting into a new stadium, perhaps one with a dome roof, which in one way, that takes away your advantage of playing in the Northeast in the winter as sort of a building home field advantage, which the Eagles have taken advantage of. Yeah, you get an LA Rams team in here, like the other year, and they're coming in, and they're a dome team. They play in the warm comfort of the dome, and they're a warm weather team, a fish out of water. You get them here in cold Philadelphia, windy, snowy Philadelphia, in January. They don't know how to react. They don't know how to take it, right? So right then, that's an advantage for the Birds right there. But if they do get a new stadium, that advantage is out the window. Would the fans be more comfortable? Yes. Would the fans be more happy? No. The fans love going at that comfortable. Because the fans know what an advantage it is for the Eagles. And they say to it. Yeah, I don't hear too many people complaining. You got a ticket to the playoff game, you go. Yeah, you don't complain. Hey, it's too cold out there. No, you go and enjoy yourself. Because God only knows when you're going to have that opportunity again. So, Lori said, well, whatever makes the fans happy, whatever's good for the fans. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to make the fans happy to have it done, Steve. I know it's going to make Jeffrey Lloyd happy because he could host Super Bowls down the road. He could host NCAA basketball finals. He could do a lot of things with that dome, but so we'll see. To right now, just evaluating things, taking surveys, looking at the other new stadiums being built in places like Buffalo, Kansas City. And we'll see. Now, I would love for the Eagles to stay where they are because all the stadiums are right there. That's like the most unique setup, the most convenient setup in all of America. You got Lincoln Financial Field there where the Eagles play. You've got Citizens Bank Park across the street where the Phillies play. And then right there you've got the center where the 76ers and Flyers play. Sixers and Flyers are going to be building a new arena soon, which should be done in about 5 years. But that's going to be still down there in the South Philly area complex. And so it's just convenient for the fans. It's better for parking. You know, you go to an Eagles game, what we do, you always park in the Phillies parking lot and walk your way down. Okay, so but you know, the Eagles would float that idea out there that they may hightail it out of the city confines and maybe build this new stadium out in the suburbs or something. If so, come to Phoenix. We got plenty of room. Nope. So anyway, we'll see what happens. That's down the road, but they're talking about it, so chances are it may happen. So the Eagles are introduced. The draft is coming up. The NFL, my friends, constantly in the news. 365 days a year, 7 days a week. The NFL has become a business all year event. There is no real off season. You got the draft, and then you've got the combines. The combines are done. You've got the mini camps, and then regular summer camp, training camp, and then before you know it, the season will be started. So, you know, it's my favorite time of the year. If you're a sports fan, you probably are relishing this time of year. I mean, baseball is just cranking up, right? You got the football stuff going. You got the basketball and hockey playoffs are just around the corner. You got things like the NCAA. The Final Four is this weekend. You got things like the Kentucky Derby coming up. The Masters Golf Tournament is only a week away. And then you've got the Indianapolis 500 event. All this great stuff. I mean, it's almost overload. You don't know what to watch. You know, you better have like 3, 4 screens in your week so you don't miss anything. But it's a great time to do sports. It's my favorite time. Favorite. Going out now to see the cherry trees, so you can see dogwoods blooming, and it's just a great time. I love it. All right, everybody. Well, listen. For me to you, have a happy Easter, happy Passover. If I'm not here by Easter, have a good time. Have a blessed Easter, and I hope the Easter Bunny is good to you. Me, jelly beans are good. You know, when I was a kid, you'd have some jelly beans in your Easter basket. I would always pick out the black ones. I don't know. I just thought the black ones tasted too much like licorice, you know? And I'm not a big licorice fan. I'll tell you that right now. Maybe in the Easter basket this year, I'll get one of those stolen Kit Kat bars. Would that be true? That would be like a little extra kicker to the Easter. Make my Easter. So then I'd come on Monday and I'd talk to you guys and I'd say, guess what? One of those stolen Kit Kat bars ended up in my basket and I got it. And I'm keeping it. I'm not keeping it. I'm eating it. Hey, have a great Easter and enjoy everything over the weekend. Hopefully you're going to have good warm weather wherever you are. Be safe. God bless. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Bye.